Okay, so I'm going to talk about this number 10, which is called she's calling it iOS App Design Pattern Challenge. So basically we are needing to do this from scratch. So I just cloned the starting project. So the first thing I'm going to do is look around and see what this is about. This looks very familiar. So this information looks like, I bet we're going to be setting up a struct that has these names on it. And let's see what else we got over here. We've got the model view controller set up already. And this looks similar too. So instead of, I guess in the other one, let me see, I think I have that handy. In the Quizler app, we had something similar. It was, let's go over there. This is the Quizler app. So if we went to the README, we also saw this, and this the second challenge that she had. So it looks like what's going on here in the Destiny game that we're going to build. We have a sort of a similar kind of thing going on where there's basically we're creating instances of the particular structure. So that's probably going to happen. And also, if you look over here, there's a question.swift and a quizbrain.swift. Here we have a story.swift and a storybrain.swift. We have the view controller. So everything looks pretty much the same, very much the same as what we did before. And if we look at the main.storyboard, we will also see this looks very familiar also. So we've got the information at the top and then the two items below. And if you look over here in the Quizler, we had a similar thing where there's stuff in the middle or top, and then these two below. So we're going to see a really similar sort of behavior here. Okay, so that's the first part. And then let's look at what the instructions are here. So she's really just giving us instructions. I'll put my notes over here. So the first thing she wants us to do is to clone the project. So we'll now go to main.storyboard and look at the IB outlets. So here we are at main.storyboard. Can't see the IB outlet, so we need to open up the assistant. And notice that if you open up the assistant and it turns out to be on the top instead of on the bottom, you will have the choice to select it on the left from this particular point. So I'm going to pull up the assistant, and now it's over here on the right where I like it. This is a little bit big, so I'm going to see if I can center it. Can I reduce it in size? I think there's an easy way to do that. Well, I'm not going to worry about it right now. So here we go. We've got this layout, and now she wants us to check these IB outlets. I have already done this once, so it might be that, I think when I first opened it, it was just circles, but I can't remember now. So hopefully this will work for you. And so this is just an overall view of number 2. Let me look at that, if there are any other instructions. Oh, so she wants us to make an IB action that links both the choice 1 button and the choice 2 button to the view controller Swift, and she wants us to call it choice made. So I'm going to copy and paste that just because I'm doing Command C just to make sure that I have it in my buffer. And then I'm going to go over here And I'm going to hold down the control key and shift and drag up here. So we want this action, since it's going to be a function, we want the action to be within the UI view controller. We do not want it inside here, which would, oh, it's not even, oh, yeah, we don't want it inside the override function. We want it separate. So then here we have an action. I'm going to Command V to paste that. And then I know it's a button, so I'm going to choose UI button. And then I'm going to connect. And so now I know that when I click on this, there's this UI button. You can see when you hover over it, that'll say choice 1. And then since we want to connect both buttons, which is what she said, a single IB action that links both the choice 1 button and the choice 2 button, then we want to connect that. So the way we do that is we don't have to hold down a control key. We can just drag it, but from the controller, the view controller, over to here. So now when we hover over this, we can see the 2 items. And I think that's it for this one section. I'm not going to take the option to do auto layout and setting constraints myself. So I'm going to end this recording, and then I'll make another one for section 3.